You list Skinny Puppy as one of your influences.
Yes.
And they are like a huge titan within the electro-industrial genre. No one can deny that, and if they do, then you slap them in the face. But I was wondering, you're kind of the new generation, and you bring a new sound to the genre, if you will. And actually, I know about...
I lost that last bit. The internet cut out.
Guys as influences as well, and I was wondering if you had expected that.
Hold on, which
first started out, that you would like kind of make your own sound and people would find it and go, yeah, I want to employ that into my own stuff.
Yeah, well, we're really honored that that sort of happened. I just want to show you something cool. I had the pleasure of meeting Skinny Puppy in Holland, and they signed my vocoder, which it was like, I was such a little fangirl, I was screaming, but I got, that's Ogre's signature, and I got Kevin Key's signature, and Justin, the new drummer. And they signed my gear. How awesome is that? Yeah, it's kind of really exciting. I don't, you know, some people say that Angelspit is paving the way for a new genre, but I think what's happening is that we're just there and people are seeing that there's this thing already happening. And we're just one of the many bands that are a part of it. Like, my God, for example, I was in New York last night seeing Ego Likeness, and their support band was called the Ludovico Technique. And they're from Miami, and they are really cool. And they were like crazy bitches on stage, just doing wild, really stompy beat-driven electropunk. We're all sort of on the same page that's, you know, increasingly emerging. I see it in graphic design as well. I see it in people who are involved in blogging and in videos and fashion and so many different things. There is something really new and exciting happening, and it's not bound to the concept of goth, industrial, emo, punk, whatever. It's just this
going on in the,
yeah.
Well, not the entire music world, but at least in this part of it, this isn't like standing still or dying off. It's actually evolving all over the world in its own way, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you said, it doesn't stop at music, really. I mean, just you guys. Well, Destroy X has her cosmetic line, I know.
Yes.
And you do all these sort of creative things in between the music as well, like the jewelry, the photographing, and well, all the merchandise you create. And well, basically what I'm wondering is how that helps you with exposure, all of that other stuff besides the music. Is it like an important part of your...
Yeah, it kind of is. Like, for example, with the jewelry, what happened with that is there was a whole bunch of CD artwork that people were starting to get tattooed onto themselves. Like, on the back cover of Blood Death Ivory, which was the CD before Hideous and Perfect, people were getting the crest tattooed to their back. Another girl got a la mode, a la mort across her chest. And so we just sort of thought, if our stuff makes such awesome tattoos, let's find out what sort of jewelry it makes. So we outputted the graphics, and we got them laser cut on Perspex, and we turned them into jewelry. That's a piece of jewelry there. That was inspired by something that was on Crunkhouse. That's a Destroy necklace. Actually, Nick Endo from Atari Teenage Riot has one of these. She liked it so much she wanted one. As far as the makeup goes, we needed to find a makeup that would destroy Amelia's complexion, but was also really vibrant. So since we couldn't find it, we researched makeup and we made our own makeup, specifically for those shoots. And what's happened, fans and friends have gone, I want that. So we're sort of building that stuff now. We do a lot of blipverts and content about how to make cool music, but now we're also doing content which is about how to put on makeup and how to stencil your clothes or anything like that. So it's all a part of that. The whole Angelspit ethos is that all information we have, we want to share it with people.
Alright, I've heard you mention before that you want more improvisational stuff going on in your music.
Yeah.
Angelspit sometimes got too orderly, organized.
Can I get that? If I can just get that last bit again, I missed it.
All right, cool. Well, in short, basically you wanted to make some more improvisational rock with Angelspit, and in the CD, have you got a particular chance that feeling to the music?
Angelspit are inspired by two main parents of music. One is punk rock, and the other is really fucking cool electro and electroclash. And on this CD, on Larva, Pupa, Coffin, we've wanted to be inspired by the electro stuff. So we've got all of this really cool shit happening that is awesome. And it's all electro stuff. So we've applied the whole freestyle of electronics, etc. to this music. That's a part of the whole 4 songs, is that one of them is that it was completely ad-libbed almost. It's called 2600, and it's turned out to be a really, really cool song. With the other ones, we've also stuck to the whole ethos of building stuff. Like we built a synthesizer. I'll show you. We built part of this. This is a joystick controller, and that's a sequencer, and isn't it just joyous? And all of this stuff has gone into the making of the CD, and we've just tried to find out how we can make stuff as free and as without rules as possible, even when, you know, making electronic music, which is kind of sometimes really hard because electronic music has got the boundaries of the computer. So the big question is, how can I make something that is still on a computer but as uncomputerized as possible? And a lot of that has to do with going back to how they used to make music in the 90s, i.e. with a drum machine, or with a sampler, or with a microphone. We've tried to do a track that is, if Angelspit did a funk track, what would it sound like? And that's a track on the album called Massive, which is really fun. It's kind of cool. And we also experimented, we do these kind of instrumental, ambient, eerie sort of things. We've experimented with that a lot more as well. An artist always has a problem with getting caught in the rut. Like, you know, if you're onto something and it works, you keep doing that thing, and that can really begin to suck, and it can get boring. So this EP is, this remix CD is a real exercise in us getting away from everything that we do so well and trying something different.
Right. When you say you made new instruments, is that like the sitar you made for? Stuff like that?
Yes, one that was similar to the sitar, that there's the blipvert online about that one. It was similar to that, but a lot bigger. The sitar stood about 5 foot tall. This one was 7 or 8 feet tall, and it had a lot more strings in it. A track called Hell Was Made Flesh, and in the actual process of recording it, it was destroyed. So it started off by just plucking it and playing it, and then I actually pull it apart, and I recorded the process of ripping the thing apart, and that was some really cool sounds in there, because, you know, as you pull something, a string would snap, which would make the whole thing just go ding. So you were getting all these really, really cool, creepy sounds. It was cool. But as far as the electronic instruments and stuff goes, partly we were inspired, you know, by the ones that we take live with us, like this one here, which is the live synth. It's got a joystick on it. Look at that. And plus this one up here, which I showed you before, it's built based on a Nintendo console. And this one as well. And there are all the joysticks, all this stuff works, it's all functioning. All of this stuff gets patched into the modular synth. And the other main one we use is this one back here. This one here is our live synthesizer that we take live with us. And it's basically a controller, but it's got all of this other crazy shit hooked into it as well. So that's the joys of our insanity. So it's all about making shit, baby. Hey, and you know, I just bought a, I found online a place that sells for 24 US bucks. I'm plugging shit now. It's an Atari 4-bit digital oscillator, which sounds like utter shit, but it's fucking great. Like, normally to get like Atari stuff, I got to use this fantastic gizmo here, which is a bit crusher, and it sounds like this. Sexy, huh? But yeah, now I can build one really cheaply, and the cool thing about building it really cheaply is I can destroy it and not feel bad about it. And we're also getting into circuit bending too.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah. We're also getting into circuit building, and we're buying some drum machines and shit like that, and we're starting to fuck around with the chips and all that. So it's good fun.